Welcome back to In Motion with me, Natalie Decker, and it only makes sense to have Derek Kraus be the first guest because we both grew up racing in Wisconsin, well, like all over the Midwest, but we both also lived in small towns in Wisconsin, and now we're racing in the truck series. Mm-hmm. So I'm so thankful that you wanted to be the first guest and come on.
Yeah,
so
thanks for having me.
Yeah. So let's first talk about growing up in Wisconsin racing super lates together. And then now and Ty, he's also from Wisconsin, all three of us, did you imagine that like while we were back there racing super late short track racing that we'd all be in the truck series at the same time, like technically making it into the NASCAR series?
Yeah, it's crazy to think. I mean, like you said, we're all growing up racing against each other in late models and just going through the ranks, and I think we raced against each other in trucks once.
Yes, the Arco Midwest Tour trucks.
Mm-hmm. And then now we're racing the truck series, the Gander Outdoor Truck Series. So that's really cool, and it was always really fun racing back at home in Wisconsin.
Yeah, I miss it. Like, I miss short track racing.
Yeah.
NASCAR's different.
Yeah, it's way different. That's why whenever I get the chance, I always go back home and race, like at the Dixieland, or I'll go back for Oktoberfest and race that.
Yeah, I want to go home soon. I haven't been able to go back to race super lates, but I've done some down here. Mm-hmm. The competition is very similar, but the driving styles and how you have to race super lates down here versus home, I feel like it's more aggressive.
Yeah.
Here.
Up in Wisconsin, everyone's got a lot of respect.
Yeah.
And that makes it really fun.
Yeah, good racing. All right. So I wanted to bring up, I have two memories with you from back home. The first one is, so I was racing at State Park Speedway, and I'm pretty sure you were racing. I don't know if we were both racing super lates at this time, but I had the flu, and I got fast time. Mm-hmm. And you probably don't know this, but I actually qualified with the IV in my arm. Obviously, it wasn't hooked up to the water or whatever they put in me, but they kept it in my arm so they could give me fluids after. And I got fast time, and you had to drive my super late model out on track for the national anthem.
Mm-hmm. I remember that with in Tommy's car.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then really quick, I have another memory. For all of you who don't know, I have two cousins, Paige and Claire, who also used to race with us. They don't race anymore, but they were up at your house. Your house is close to your shop.
Yep.
And then I'm pretty sure Todd Majeski was there as well. And you and I had a push-up contest, and I was probably just 16 years old. I was really young, so you had to be really young.
Mm-hmm. I don't remember this.
You don't remember? Okay, I knew you weren't going to remember because I won.
Oh. I don't remember that at all. The only thing I remember from way back was when Paige and Claire used to race, and then for my dad, and then also when you and Ty were my babysitter.
Yes!
My sister and I's babysitter.
Okay, so
Yes,
I told Derek, because I was writing this out, I was like, I remember babysitting Derek. Yeah. Should I bring that up? And he's like, no, only if he brings it up.
Yeah. I remember that. It was me and my neighbor Hunter.
Yes, I'm pretty sure maybe that's when the push-up contest was.
It might have been, yeah.
But yeah, I do remember babysitting, which is crazy to think, because how old are you now?
18.
Yeah, and I'm 23. So the age difference isn't that big.
Yeah, I don't know.
Why?
I don't know.
Why was I in charge of babysitting you? I feel like that was a bad idea.
I don't know.
That was fun though. All right, so we were just in Daytona doing the road course because we weren't able to go to Canada because of COVID. Mm-hmm. Have you been there before in any other?
To the Daytona road course?
Yeah.
No.
So that was your first time on it. Were you excited that we were able to do that road course instead of Canada?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know anything about Canada or the Daytona road course, other than I went on the oval for a little bit, but it was different. It was high speed road course. Normally I'm used to Sonoma, where in the K9 car it's a lot low speed and a lot less grip, but it was a lot of fun, really hot too.
Yeah, so I wanted to also ask you, I was affected by the heat, and so many drivers where in the infield care center it was absolutely full, and then even some got sent to the hospital. Did the heat like affect you at all?
A little bit, yeah. But I had like a fan that was blowing on me, and that helped a lot. And I had water, but I mean the heat, it got to me a little bit. Yeah, it was probably the hottest I've ever been inside of a truck, which is crazy to think, or inside of anything. So it was really hot, and the humidity was really bad.
Yes, I think that makes
on.
it worse.
Yeah,
humidity.
For sure. And then it was really hot.
Yeah, and it was like after the race, I went and I had 2 IVs, and each arm had an IV, and I was full of ice. And you didn't have to go to the infield care center at all.
No, I didn't.
Wow, I'm impressed.
I fell out. Like I got the fuel pump went bad with like 3 to go, and they were trying to start it, and they told me to shut everything off except for the main switch. So I didn't. I shut the driver fan off, and I was super hot then. And then
sitting on the road.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then luckily the race got finished, and then I was able to get out. But that was the hottest I've ever been.
Yeah, me too. It was the most like physically demanding race, and like I definitely had to like dig deep to finish.
Yeah, I think if it was an oval, it wouldn't have been as bad, but with how many turns,
because it was very like low,
shifting.
like the infield was low speed, so there wasn't a lot of airflow. Yeah. All right, you mentioned Sonoma. I'm gonna be in Sonoma this weekend while you're racing Dover in the trucks, and this is my first time going to Sonoma. I'll be racing the Audi R8, and I definitely want tips because every time I've seen you race there, I feel like you always podium.
Yeah, I've had really good runs at Sonoma, but it's definitely a challenging track. There's you shift a lot, but I feel like Daytona you shift a lot more than what you do at Sonoma.
Okay.
Right? You did in a stock car anyways. But there's not a lot of grip, and I mean, kind of compared to State Park with the grip wise.
Wow, so there's no grip?
Not a lot at all. But it's definitely a lot of fun. You use the curbs up, and I don't know because there's different like courses that you use. So what?
Yeah, so I'm not doing the NASCAR one. I'm doing the other one, whatever the other one is.
I don't think I've ever been on. It's basically the same, except you miss like 2 NASCAR turns or something.
Okay.
But
like, do you go through the carousel?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, but like down like on the backside, there's like S's.
Yeah.
And do you go through that?
I go through the S's, and then we go have a little bit of a straightaway, and then there's like a hairpin right-hander.
Yeah. See, we like go down the hill, and we don't hit that right-hander like you guys do.
That right-hander is very similar to turn 3 at Daytona, and that's where I struggled. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun. It'll be warm there too, but it's a lot of fun there. Do you wear one of those cool suits?
Okay, so I did when I did the Trans Am, like TA1, but this car is amazing. It actually has a real dash with air condition.
Oh, really?
So like it feels like I'm sitting in my street car, and I just turn that on, and it's so cool inside the car.
Yeah. See, I had one of those, and it was distracting. Like you turn it on and feel like you're peeing your pants.
The water?
Yeah.
I love the water. Yeah, so I do have one of those cool shirts, and I do like it just because it like keeps my heart cold, and then it keeps your blood cold. But I didn't get that feeling from it.
Yeah, I did. That's why I didn't wear it.
That's funny. So you moved down here recently. Was it this year for the
after I graduated high school.
Oh, you're so young.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and you moved in with Ty, right?
Yeah.
So how is it living with a competitor?
Like
good, bad? Tell me both.
I think it's good. I haven't we haven't ran into anything bad yet. We eat out a lot. We eat a lot of McDonald's and Chick-fil-A, and
yeah, I think
we
everyone
don't
does
cook
that here.
anything. I mean,
We
we've cooked pizza. Jack's pepperoni pizza, that's about it. But other than that, nothing. I haven't had any problems. It's been good. We can talk about anything, or with racing and stuff. I mean, he's really good at what he does, so that helps a lot. I can ask him anything.
Well, he's my teammate, so I can always ask him anything too, but you live with them, so you can always ask. And then, you've been doing so well this year. I'm so proud of you, and it's so cool to see you run so well every weekend, and I always get asked this question, so I really want to ask you. And what do you do to prepare yourself? We don't have practice and all of that, so what do you do to prepare yourself before you go to a race?
iRacing. Do a lot of iRacing and then watch a little bit of film before. But I mean, you can only do so much until you get to the racetrack, as you know. But it's definitely difficult with how limited track time you get. Well, you don't get really any until the race, so it's definitely difficult. And then just gotta do your best pretty much and hope for the best.
Yeah, exactly. I did not like iRacing that much until COVID happened and we were quarantined and had to be in the house. I upgraded my whole system and I fell in love with it and I have so much fun now with it. But you and Ty have always been like big iRacing fans. So do you iRace a lot together at home?
Yeah, I have my own little sim deal and he's got his laptop and steering wheel.
His laptop and steering wheel and he does good at it with just that. Do you, they next to each other so you can
They're in different rooms so we can't hear each other talking to people, so.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, so like I said, I wanted to play 2 truths and 1 lie with him and I warned him so he could come up with his. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first because mine probably aren't as good.
I hope I get it right.
Okay.
So for all you who don't know this game, he's going to tell me 2 truths and 1 lie, and I have to see if I can guess the lie.
Okay. My favorite color is pink. Favorite restaurant is Texas Roadhouse. And I was a running back in football.
Of course your favorite color isn't pink. Seriously, you could have picked a better color.
I didn't know what to do.
Okay, but if you had a different one in there, if you had one that wasn't my favorite color was pink, if you said my favorite color was green and it wasn't, I think I would have picked the restaurant because I knew you played football. Yeah. Okay, so mine are, I've had 8 medical procedures, I was Dolly Parton in a play, and I did professional dance competition.
Well, I know you did. Wait. No, you're the dance one.
Dance? Good! Nice job.
Because Claire and Paige did dance, didn't they?
Well, we all did dance, but it wasn't competitively. It was just we had a recital at the end of the year.
Oh, I thought,
Yeah. So, if you've made it this far in the podcast, comment down below saying, I love drivers from Wisconsin or something like that. And Derek and I are going to take a selfie right now. I'll print it off and have him sign it. And one of you, if you comment that down below, will have a chance to win it. Are you cool with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, make sure it's not blurry. Awesome. All right, thank you so much for tuning in. And I keep forgetting, this is my second time only, but Derek came up with a slogan to close it out, so let me see if I get it right. We're stalling out for now, but stay tuned for the next In Motion with Natalie Decker, and please don't forget to subscribe and like this video for Wisconsin drivers.